Let me talk to you for a moment. Not as someone who has everything figured out, not as a motivational speaker, but as someone who was once exactly where you are right now. Waking up already tired, feeling stressed before the day even begins, scrolling on your phone even though you promised yourself you wouldn't, telling yourself, today I'll do better. And then the day ends. Nothing important gets done, and that quiet disappointment shows up again. If you're a student or a young adult and life feels messy, unfocused, or overwhelming, I want you to stay with me. Because 90 days changed my life. And I don't mean in a fake Instagram way. I mean real change. Mental clarity, better focus, less procrastination, more self-respect. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it in a way that works in real life. No extreme routines, no overnight success stories, no pretending motivation is always there. Just simple systems that help me escape burnout and finally feel in control again. Let's start with something important. You are not lazy. You are overwhelmed. Most students blame themselves. They think something is wrong with them, that they lack discipline, that they're just not motivated enough. But the truth is simpler. Your brain is overloaded. Too many decisions, too many expectations, too much pressure to succeed early, too much comparison on social media. When your brain is overwhelmed, it chooses comfort over effort. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is designed to protect you from stress. That realization changed how I treated myself. Instead of asking, why can't I focus? I asked, why is my brain exhausted? That question led to the first big shift. I stopped trying to fix my motivation, and I started fixing my environment. Because psychology is clear about this. Your environment controls your behavior more than willpower ever will. If your phone is always nearby, you will check it. If distractions are easy, focus becomes hard. If comfort is one tap away, effort feels painful. So instead of forcing discipline, I redesigned my days. I made good habits easier and bad habits harder. That's where the 90-day reset really began. Let's talk about mornings. I didn't wake up at 5 in the morning. I didn't take ice-cold showers. I didn't follow a perfect routine from the internet. I did one small thing that changed everything. I stopped touching my phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. That's it. No scrolling. No notifications. No messages. Because the moment you grab your phone, your brain enters reaction mode. Dopamine spikes. Attention drops. Stress increases. You start your day reacting to the world instead of leading yourself. And once your brain is in reaction mode, it stays there. So I replaced scrolling with something simple. I woke up, drank a glass of water, made my bed, and sat quietly for 5 minutes. No phone, no music, just breathing. That 5 minutes mattered more than I expected. It told my nervous system, you're safe. It told my brain, you're in control today. Science backs this up. Small wins early in the day create momentum. Momentum increases confidence. Confidence reduces procrastination. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a calm one. That calmness carries into everything else. Now let's move into the middle of the day. This is where most students struggle the most. This is where procrastination shows up. I used to plan big study sessions. 3 hours. For hours. I'd sit down motivated, then get distracted after 15 minutes, then feel guilty, then avoid my work completely. So I changed the rule. I stopped studying long, and I started studying deep. Here's what that looked like. 45 minutes of focused work, 10-minute break, phone in another room. No notifications, no multitasking, no just checking one thing. Your brain cannot focus when dopamine is nearby. Even seeing your phone reduces attention and memory. Studies show that deep, uninterrupted focus rewires your brain faster than long distracted hours. But there was one more important rule. I only chose one important task per day, not 5, not a long to-do list. 1. Because finishing one thing builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Momentum changes identity. You stop seeing yourself as lazy. You start seeing yourself as someone who finishes. That shift alone is powerful. Now let's talk about something people ignore. Burnout. Most students don't lack motivation. They lack recovery. They push all day, then scroll all night, then wonder why they feel empty. That was me. So I created one simple rule for evenings. Nights are for recovery, not productivity. 1 hour before sleep, I did 3 things. I dimmed the lights. I stayed off my phone. I wrote down tomorrow's one priority. This signals safety to your nervous system. Your body relaxes. Your mind slows down. Sleep quality improves. And when you sleep better, everything improves. Focus improves. Mood stabilizes. Motivation returns naturally. Motivation doesn't come from hype. It comes from rest. Now here's the mindset that made all of this stick. I stopped trying to fix my entire life. I focused on winning today. Just today. Not yesterday. Not next year. Today. Some days I failed. Some days I messed up. Some days I felt tired and unmotivated. But I never quit the system. Because consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need a perfect life. You need a repeatable one. And I want you to hear this carefully. If you feel behind in life, you're not broken. You're not stupid. You're not late. You're just early in the process. That realization takes pressure off your chest. And pressure is what kills progress. By the time the first few weeks passed, something important happened. I didn't suddenly become productive all the time. I didn't feel motivated every day. But I stopped feeling stuck. And that matters more than motivation. Because when you feel stuck, you quit mentally. When you feel progress, even small progress, you keep going. This is where most students get it wrong. They wait to feel motivated. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel ready. But confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after. So instead of trying to feel different, I focused on doing a few things differently every day. And the biggest one was how I handled focus. Let's talk about focus honestly. Focus isn't about forcing your brain to concentrate. It's about removing the things that pull your attention away. Your brain today is under attack. Notifications, social media, messages, videos, endless content. Every swipe trains your brain to crave novelty. And when your brain craves novelty, boring tasks feel painful. That's why studying feels hard. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain has been trained to avoid boredom. So instead of fighting my brain, I retrained it. I used something called attention training. Here's how simple it was. Every day, I sat down for one focus session. Just one. No pressure to do more. I set a timer for 45 minutes. Phone in another room. Laptop notifications off. And I told myself one thing. You don't have to do this forever. Just stay here until the timer ends. That removed the pressure. And pressure is what makes your brain want to escape. At first, it was uncomfortable. My mind wandered. I wanted to check my phone. That's normal. Focus is a muscle. And muscles get tired before they get strong. After a few weeks, something changed. 45 minutes started to feel easier. My brain stopped panicking. My attention improved. And with better focus came something unexpected. Self-respect. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Now let's talk about procrastination. Because procrastination isn't about time management. It's about emotion management. You don't procrastinate because you don't know what to do. You procrastinate because the task makes you feel uncomfortable, bored, anxious, overwhelmed. So your brain looks for relief. Scrolling, videos, distractions. To fix procrastination, you don't need more discipline. You need less emotional resistance. Here's what helped me. I stopped asking, how long will this take? And started asking, what's the smallest step I can start? Instead of saying, I need to study this whole chapter, I said, I'll just open the book. Instead of saying, I need to write the whole assignment, I said, I'll write the first sentence. This works because starting reduces anxiety. And anxiety is what causes procrastination. Once you start, momentum kicks in. Momentum is powerful. Now let's talk about something students rarely think about. Energy. Most people think productivity is about time. It's not. It's about energy. You can have all the time in the world, but if your energy is low, nothing gets done. I realized my energy was being drained by things I ignored. Poor sleep, constant phone use, negative self-talk, saying yes to everything. So I made a few changes. I protected my sleep like it mattered. Because it does. I stopped staying up late scrolling. I stopped rewarding myself with more screen time. Sleep isn't laziness. Sleep is fuel. When you sleep better, your brain works better. Focus improves. Memory improves. Motivation returns. I also paid attention to what I told myself. This part is important. Your inner voice shapes your behavior. If you constantly tell yourself you're lazy, your brain believes it. So I changed the language. Instead of saying, I'm so lazy, I said, I'm learning how to focus. Instead of saying, I always fail, I said, I'm improving slowly. This isn't fake positivity. This is identity shaping. Your brain acts in alignment with who it believes you are. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline doesn't mean forcing yourself to suffer. It means creating rules that protect your future self. I created simple rules. No phone during focus sessions. No scrolling before bed. No skipping sleep for entertainment. Rules remove decision fatigue. When rules are clear, willpower isn't needed. That's why routines work. Not because they're strict, but because they reduce mental effort. Now here's where the 90 days really started to matter. Around the halfway point, something shifted. I stopped needing reminders. Habits started to feel automatic. That's how habits work. At first, they feel forced. Then they feel normal. Then they feel like part of who you are. This is why people quit too early. They stop during the uncomfortable phase. Before habits become easy. If you can push past that phase, life starts to feel lighter. Now let me talk directly to you for a moment. If you're watching this and thinking, I've tried before and failed, I want you to hear this. Failing doesn't mean you can't change. It means you didn't have a system. Motivation fades. Systems stay. You don't need to be special to change your life. You need structure. That's what these 90 days gave me. By the time I reached the final stretch of those 90 days, something important had changed. Not my schedule, not my workload, not my responsibilities, my identity. And that's the part most people miss. Real change doesn't happen when you try harder. It happens when you start seeing yourself differently. In the beginning, I was someone who tried to be productive, someone who wanted to change, someone who kept starting and stopping. By the end of 90 days, I became someone who shows up. Not perfectly, not every single day, but consistently. That shift didn't happen overnight. It happened through evidence. Every small promise kept. Every focus session completed. Every night, I chose rest over scrolling. Your brain doesn't believe words. It believes proof. And when you give your brain proof, your confidence becomes real. This is why the 90-day time frame matters. 30 days helps you feel better. 60 days helps you feel different. 90 days helps you believe. This is who I am now. Let's talk about consistency. Because motivation will disappear. That's guaranteed. Some days you'll wake up tired. Some days you won't feel like trying. Some days life will hit you unexpectedly. So how do you stay consistent when motivation is gone? You lower the bar. Most people quit because their expectations are too high. They say, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. That mindset kills progress. I gave myself a simple rule. On bad days, I do the minimum. On good days, I do more. Minimum effort still counts. Reading one page still counts. 10 minutes of focus still counts. Showing up still counts. Consistency is not about intensity. It's about showing up even when it's boring. That's how habits lock in. Now let's talk about setbacks. Because setbacks will happen. You'll miss a day. You'll slip back into old habits. You'll have weeks where things feel messy again. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. The difference now is how you respond. Before, one bad day turned into a bad week. A bad week turned into quitting. After 90 days, one bad day stayed one bad day. I stopped using failure as an excuse to stop. I used it as feedback. What went wrong? What can I adjust? That mindset keeps you moving forward. Now I want to talk about something deeper. Self-respect. Most people think confidence comes from success. It doesn't. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you say you'll wake up and you do, you gain confidence. When you say you'll focus for 45 minutes and you do, you gain confidence. When you say you'll sleep on time and you do, you gain confidence. Confidence is built quietly. No one sees it happening, but you feel it. And once you feel it, everything else becomes easier. Now let me show you how to build your own 90-day reset. Not perfectly, not complicated. Simple. First, choose one non-negotiable habit for mornings. Something small, something calm. No phone for 30 minutes. Drinking water. Making your bed. One habit. This sets the tone for your day. Second, choose one daily focus block. 45 minutes. One task. No distractions. That's it. This trains your brain to focus again. Third, protect your evenings. 1 hour before sleep. No scrolling. Low light. Write tomorrow's one priority. This protects your energy. Fourth, track one thing. Not everything. Just consistency. Did you show up today? Yes or no? Tracking keeps you honest without overwhelming you. And finally, give it time. This is the hardest part. You won't feel different in a week. You might not feel different in 2 weeks. But change is happening under the surface. Just like the gym. You don't see results after one workout. But your body is still adapting. Your brain works the same way. Now let me talk to you directly. If you're watching this and you feel behind in life, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You're early. You're learning lessons most people avoid. You're becoming aware instead of numb. You're choosing growth instead of comfort. That matters. And if no one has told you this lately, I'm proud of you for trying. Trying again. Trying differently. That takes courage. You don't need to become a completely new person. You just need to become a little more consistent version of yourself. Give yourself 90 days. Not to be perfect, but to be intentional. 90 days of protecting your mornings. 90 days of focused work. 90 days of real rest. 90 days of keeping small promises. If you do that, your life will not look the same. And one day, you'll look back and realize the version of you that felt lost was actually just at the beginning. If this video helped you, even a little, hit the like button so it reaches more students who need it. Subscribe if you want more real self-improvement content that actually works in everyday life. And share this with someone who's struggling silently. Your future self will thank you. I'll see you in the next one.